In this short video, I'm going to show you how you can use Excitech Mail both to file incoming email and also outgoing email, and then we'll have a look at how you can search on email too. So what you can see here is the Excitech Mail tool docked inside my Outlook interface. If I don't like having it there, I can collapse it. In fact, I can move it around. If I don't like it on the right hand side, perhaps I'm left-handed, I can bring it over here and dock it over there and then expand it out. And if I've got a preview window, I can dock it to that and so on. I prefer it on the right, so I'm going to put it back where it was there and bring that out. Now you'll see that as I click on it on various messages, the display here will change. So I clicked on Helen Mitchell's email and it's offering Spangle Court. If I go and pick on this one from, say, John Demo, you'll see that it's very quickly snapped to Cooper's Green, and it's giving it 6 blue bars. That's its confidence level. It's pretty confident that that's where I'm going to file that message, because what it's doing is it's tracking my email filing behavior. This is very me-centric, so it's my behavior, not everybody's behavior, and it's basically saying, when you've received email like this one, this is where you've saved it, so you probably want to save it there again. If I picked a different message, so let's say this one from Abigail, that's going to potentially Spangle Court and so on. So how do we file a message? So if I wanted to file this one from Abigail and just notice that this one here, well, let's pick this one down here, Spangle Court transmittal. It's the last one before the older ones there. And I can either double click on this tile or I can single click there. So I'm going to single click there, and if you see what happens, it instantly disappears. It's been filed. So that's disappeared from my inbox. I could actually set this so it stays in my inbox, and then I'd get a little marker there inside the interface to show me that the email has been filed. I can batch file, so it may be that I want to select these 3 messages and file of those. It's again said, well, these all look to do with Spangle Court, so I'm going to select that. And you'll see there they go, those are disappearing now. So they're getting filed away into the location that I've selected. So let's have a look at how we can file an outgoing message. So if I picked this one from John and I double click it, and in fact, actually, here's another thing. You can see that the interface is also in this pop-out window. So once I finish reading the message, if I wanted to file this, I can just double click on here or single click on there. Sometimes you'll find actually that it isn't one of these locations. Perhaps John here is referring to a completely new project that he wants to get me involved in. And let's say, for instance, it's Chopin Music School. So I can start to type Chopin and you'll see straight away it's filtered down to Chopin Music School. It's keyword highlighting there as well. And I could file to that. But let's say in this instance I want to reply. So I'm going to reply to him. And you'll see that it's filled it out, standard messaging stuff. So I'm going to type in just simple message. I won't send this, but what I'll do is I'll pick send, and you'll see straight away it's saying, well, I think you want to file this to Cooper's Green. There was enough in that message for it to work out that that's likely to be the place that I want to file this message. It's also got the other places. I can do the filtering. The ones that don't have blue bars, by the way, they are sorted by date, i.e. How recently I've used those filing locations. So if I was working on a new project, then that would appear quite high up my list and I could file to that. I'm not going to bother continuing with that. Hopefully you've got the hang of that. So we'll come out of this message here and we'll close that one. Let's have a look at how we can search. So I've got my search window up here, and you'll see that I've got a series of columns and a series of messages. If I click on the messages, I get a preview. So as I click down here, you can see straight away it's updating with the content. And we get a nice preview. We get some formatting in here. I can see any of the formatting if things were bold. I see those if I got tables, color, italics, all of those sorts of things will be shown. So let's have a look at how we can use the sorting. Now, each of the columns here you can sort on just simply by clicking on the top of the column. So if I want to sort by from, perhaps by subject, I can do that. It might be by any of those columns. What I can also do is filter on the content of those columns. So if, for instance, I'm only interested in ones that are from Helen, straight away I've only typed Hell and it's already filtered those down. And if I just backspace over those and type Abby, you can see that those are the ones from Abigail. I can add columns and remove columns. So if I go to the column chooser, it may be that I'm interested in adding the to field here, and I can then see those. And there's loads of others that you can choose to add or remove. To remove, simply right click here and say you'd like to hide that particular column. So let's have a look at how I can filter it down further. So I'm going to just try some searching. So let's have a look for a keyword. Let's say, for instance, transmittal. And straight away, I've got a number of emails that mention transmittal. If I pick this one here, you can see it mentions it quite a bit, which is why it's got quite high ranking. There's lots of instances of that keyword in that particular document. That makes that quite easy. But it may be that I'm interested in another word, so I'm going to type in here Barry, and you'll see that there's nothing. It's not found anything with Barry in. But if I put the tilde character afterwards, you'll see that it's found Barry with a Y. What the tilde is doing is it's called a proximity search. It's trying to find messages that contain words that are similar to Barry. So if you've got staff who can't spell, or perhaps there are various variations on somebody's name like this, that can really help you to pin things down and find what you're looking for.